I'll have people do the experiment where I'm like, so for the next couple seconds, I want you to just focus very hard and whatever you can, don't think about chocolate cake. Don't think about how creamy it is. Don't think about the moisture. Don't think about the taste. And I imagine right now, as I'm describing all this, you might even begin to salivate. Stop it. And notice that you're beginning to salivate even though you don't have a piece of cake in front of you. I'm like, so what I'd like for you to do is go ahead and not think about chocolate cake. And raise your hand if you do. So one of two things happens. They go like this, like almost immediately, or I'll see them doing this. I'm like, so by chance, are you trying to think about something else? Yeah, I'm thinking about carrots. And I'm like, but why are we thinking about carrots? So that I don't think about it. I'm like, yeah, but what's it? Well, it's chocolate cake. I'm like, so you're still thinking about it. You're just putting something on top of it. I'm thinking about carrots, so I don't think about chocolate cake. I'm thinking about carrots, so I don't think about chocolate cake. I'm thinking about carrots, so I don't think about...
That's a Chinese finger trap, because I did it for a second. I thought, okay, I could think about something else. And honestly, I felt like I could like let it go. But then I realized that I had to let you know that I'm not thinking about chocolate cake, which is like, okay, pretty much impossible.
Right. Well, and then I turn around and I'm like, okay, so if we take this component, let's just see what happens if we just pay attention. Like all the possible details of chocolate cake. Just allow yourself to go into chocolate cake. And raise your hand when you realize you're not thinking about chocolate cake anymore. And then they'll go a little bit longer, like 3, 4, 5 seconds. And then you'll see this. I'm like, what? I started thinking about the birthday party. I'm like, so your mind moved on. Yes. And then I'll have a few people, they'll be like, you know, what I was thinking about chocolate cake. I'm like, so tell me what you were thinking about. Well, I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about the moistness, and I was remembering when I was having. I think you jumped into a different memory where there was chocolate cake, but you were not just thinking about chocolate cake. Like, so notice how your mind just constantly jumps, and you're along for the ride. And then they're like, oh, and I'm like, so that can be applied to even those moments where you're having a sensation, a feeling. If you start to actually just pay attention to it, and a lot of people have such difficulty, because I'll say, where do you feel this? And they'll be like, well, it feels like I'm anxious. And I'm like, yeah, but what does anxiety physically feel like? I have no idea how to answer that. I'm like, I know, that's partly why we're here. So there we go. We can start to figure out, where do you feel it in your body? Well, I feel it on my shoulder or my chest. Can you find the edges of it? Well, it kind of ends here maybe, and just below the here and right up on. I'm like, good. So it has like an oval shape. Yeah. Does it have a texture? Is it heavy? Is it light? Is it hot? Is it cold? I don't understand why this matters. I'm like, first of all, that you don't understand is awesome, because that means I'm disrupting your pattern. Your system is going, whoa, what are we doing here? You know, the mind's like, so then if we can disrupt everything, it gives you a chance to reintegrate everything. So just bear with me and let's keep going. And they're able to define it and sit and all that. And I'm like, so wait, tell me about how you're experiencing anxiety right now. What seems to have lessened. I'm like, and as you stayed in their body, where did your mind go? What showed up with it? Well, I was thinking how I really ought to get this other thing done I don't want to do. I'm like, so if we were to do that thing, then we would help to alleviate these sensations that you're feeling. Look, if by paying attention to what was there, you were able to find the actual thing, the thought that's driving it all. And can you do anything about this right now? No. So then we have to learn another skill of just being able to hold that lightly. There's nothing I can do about COVID-19 at this time. All I can do is just be okay with not being okay. It's going to just show up. And what could we be doing now during this time, or with chemo, or with whatever it is you're dealing with? What could we do that will move us towards something that matters?
Hey, Wellness Talk viewers. Hope you like what you saw here. If you did, be sure that you subscribe right here. And of course, you can also follow up either here or here for other videos. Again, make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell in order to get notifications of new material.